What happens when someone pretending to be crazy runs into someone pretending to be sane? Again, because you get theater, and not the good kind, the kind where everyone forgets their lines, the stage catches fire, and the audience realize they have been sold a show instead of truth. Let's break it down. Some people wear crazy as a shield. They act unpredictable, volatile, dramatic, not because they actually are, but because it keeps others off balance. If you're crazy, you're harder to challenge. You're harder to pin down. You're excused from responsibility. That's just how I am, they say. Then you have the other mask. People pretending to be sane. They wear composure like armor. Calm, collected, rational. At least on the surface. But underneath, they are juggling insecurities, doubts, and sometimes outright instability. They have just learned how to package it. They call it maturity when it's really just suppression. Now, what happens when these two masks collide? The one pretending to be crazy meets the one pretending to be sane. And suddenly the script collapses. The fake crazy realizes their chaos doesn't intimidate someone who has been quietly unstable all along. And the fake sane realizes their calm act cracks when tested by someone who thrives on disorder. The pretense gets exposed, and the room gets real uncomfortable real fast. History gives us endless examples. Think of monarchs who framed madness to keep enemies guessing, like Russia's Ivan the Terrible, whose unpredictable cruelty was partly calculated. Now place him against rulers who pretended to be rational reformers, but were secretly corrupt. Eventually, both sides got exposed. The madness wasn't as real as it seemed, and the sanity was a mask for power. The conclusion left nations bleeding. Or look at relationship. Some people weaponize crazy in love. They stir drama, create chaos, and call it passion. Others pretend to be endlessly stable, pretending they are the rock. But then those two pair up, the cracks show. Drama meets suppression. The so-called crazy feels starved without reaction, and the sane one feels suffocated under constant performance. What they really built wasn't a relationship, it was a stage play. The psychology is simple. Pretending to be crazy is about control through chaos. Pretending to be sane is about control through image. Both are about power, not truth. But when those performances collide, the mask falls because neither side is rooted in authenticity. And once truth shows up, pretense can't hold. Yes, the masculine reality though. Authenticity always wins in the long run. The man who is truly grounded doesn't need to pretend at sanity. He carries it in his choices. The man who is truly wild doesn't need to pretend at chaos. He shows it in his recklessness. But those who pretend, they collapse under pressure because pretending takes energy. But living truth takes none. This is why history, philosophy, and even spiritual tradition warned against mask. In African proverb, the one who wears a mask forgets his own face. In Stoic philosophy, pretense is weakness. Real strength is unshakable authenticity. In Buddhism, the false self creates suffering. In modern psychology, masking leads to breakdowns because the performance becomes too heavy to sustain. So what happens when fake crazy meets fake sane? They expose each other. They mirror back the lie. And everyone watching, their friends, families, communities, sees the dysfunction of it. We see it every day online. People oversharing wild antics for clout, pretending to be outrageous. Others creating perfectly calm, wise personas, pretending to be beyond human mess. But put them in the same conversation and it's chaos. The crazy starts fishing for reaction and the sane starts cracking under pressure. Neither is real and both look foolish. The masculine lesson is this: stop pretending. Don't fake crazy. It's cowardice in costume. Don't fake sanity. It's repression dressed as wisdom. Be real enough to own your chaos and disciplined enough to carry calm without acting. Because life is too short to live on stage. So what happens when someone pretending to be crazy runs into someone pretending to be sane? Mask slips, truth surfaces, and the performance collapses. Unless you really believe the mask you wear will hold longer than the truth you hide. That would be interesting to see. I'll catch you in the next one.